I mean, he just blasted, playing his second shot here at the par 5.
Good choice. If you don't feel comfortable with a normal grip and you've got a few nerve issues.
Frank, what's so compelling about rivalries in sports is that athletes need each other if they're going to go to great heights. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to solidify his legend. Jack Nicklaus probably needed Arnold Palmer to go to a place that he had not been. And I think that's true across the board as we look at rivalries in sports.
I think it defines careers, Rich. It's not until those players retire that they realized how important it was to have that foe. You know, so often we're living in the present like we are now with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. And it's not for years to come that we'll realize the sport wouldn't have been the same with one without the other.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the cause.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Now to the second, par 3, 225 yards. Frank, looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna get away with it.
Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. And getting ready for the putt. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. The third hole here at the Wetlands is a par 4, 460 yards. Frank, it appears to be a pretty straightforward tee shot.
It is, and actually, Rich, when I was watching the web.com event here, this is where I saw those young, talented players really take advantage of a hole like this. Just ramrod straight. They teed it up and just ripped it down there, and these are the sort of holes they can often make 3 on. Bunkers sort of short, left and right. Plenty of green to work with. Nice high-flying second shot will be well rewarded here.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Birdie try up next. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll. Rich, it's been a very good workmanlike performance. Yet another birdie.
Into the top 15 on the leaderboard. Action is underway, and we'll take you out to hole number 4. Frank, you have to be impressed with what you've seen from the golfer so far.
It's rock solid. The ultimate of professional, doing exactly what you should be on a day like today.
Not close, but not bad either. That one's about 25 feet away. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Could it be? Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Good look down at the fifth hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, and it's a good one. 635 yards.
He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long.
Second shot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Hold on, maybe there is a chance for the win. That eagle moving the player into the top 10.
Just when we're focused at the top of the leaderboard, there's a lot of movement there in the middle of the field.
Par 4 sixth here at the Wetlands, 440 yards and water to deal with.
Two choices here, Rich. Lay it up short of the Wetlands, or, well, chance it, brave enough, tee it up and flash it across the Wetlands for just a mere short iron into this lengthy par 4.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Hey,
That
Hug.
has to be
How's it going?
325 if it's an inch.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. This has really been impressive. High level of golf today, putting on a clinic out there. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Oh, well, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Settles in over the putt. No damage done, made the par. That's the end of round 1, and we saw a lot of good golf out there today, Frank.
And it was a bonus to anyone that got off to a good start today.
Forward.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Getting set for all the action on what my idol Vin Scully would have said was a beautiful afternoon here in the Sunshine State. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo for EA Sports. Getting ready at Wetlands Golf and Country Club. An interesting layout, Frank. The players are ready to go, and what are you thinking about as you get set to tee off?
Well, you're thinking about you're going to play a long golf course, sort of mid-7,000 yard range, but this is a golf course that you actually do get to hit your driver more often than not. So it's a good driving golf course. Green's relatively flat as well, but be careful if you're a little weak of heart. Look left or right, you might see the odd gator or two. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. This for another birdie on this hole on the week.
Ah, missed
That
it.
hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Now to the fifth hole here at the Wetlands. Par 5, 635 yards. A lot going on here, Frank.
The shorter hitters don't really worry about the swampland on the left because it really only cuts in to worry the longer hitters if you want to try and reach this par 5 and 2. So shorter hitters, 2 good shots, set up a wedge shot. Longer hitters, are you straight enough to hit it into the narrowest part of the fairway?
Just busted that. 325 yards in the fairway.
I know you do, Hoggy.
Second from an excellent lie. He's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
A good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
On to the par 4 sixth here at the Wetlands. And Frank, how does that water factor into the way you play this hole?
It bisects this fairway beautifully, Rich. 233 yards to the run out on the first section of fairway. That might be worth considering for the short hitters. To try and flash it across the narrowest part of those wetlands, 276 yards. And of course, the more horsepower you got, actually the easier this tee shot becomes.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
It's a nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. Third place now.
Here's another scoring opportunity, Frank, a par 5. The 7th is just a shade under 600 yards.
And it bends gently to the left, Rich. Longer hitters can obviously get home, and nothing really to be worrying about with that second shot if you can reach. The wetlands are well to the right of this hole for the second shot. But if you want to play to the 3-shotter, then that's a very safe, conservative way and really shouldn't cause you any problems whatsoever. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. 315. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Getting set now over the putt. Man.
He just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. They're very impressive and on the move right now. Eighth hole here at the Wetlands, par 3, 203 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, actually, but you have to have a little look at your yardage book because that front bunker will make this hole look a little shorter to the eye than actually what it plays. The green gets a little narrow as it gets deeper, but flat and, well, I wouldn't say easy. Free here, not too bad.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch, nerve, he had it all, and he has the bottom of the barrel. So that is a top 10 performance through 2 rounds, Frank.
It's always nice to know that you have a shot with 2 rounds left in the tournament.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Well, here we are at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the Sunshine State, Florida. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, what stands out when you look at the wetlands?
The swampland, the gators, really it's a good driving golf course, Rich. Not a lot of fairway bunkers in play here at Wetlands, but you drive the ball well here. You really can get a good score out here at Wetlands. They play the web.com here every now and again, so we've seen some good scores over the years, but always fun to be playing in Florida. Sun on you.
That is a heat-seeking missile right there. Wow. Oh my goodness, Frank, did you see that? He just annihilated that.
He just threw precision out the window. This is all about brute strength, and that is miles.
Oh, shit!
That's how you play the game, right there. So a tester from 4 feet. Let's take another look at the leaderboard. And Rory McIlroy, 3 shots behind.
They're close enough, really, to
Hey, look at him
over the
check
next
the
few
lead.
holes. Whether or not we see that, I think it'll be determined by these next couple of holes.
16th hole at the Wetlands is a par 4, 455 yards.
Once again, another reward for a straight tee shot, but this green heavily guarded by sand. So, good tee shot, and, well, this one, you're going to have to hit one of the better iron shots required at Wetlands.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Second shot, good look at the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, getting him another good look. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Par 3 17th, Frank, it's 238 yards.
There's still a chance for birdie here, though. Green shape's a little bit to the player's right, so a nice high draw coming in here. Even finding the middle of the putting surface will give you a chance to putt to really any position on this green.
Frank, looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna, well, he's still gonna get away with it.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Final hole here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. It's par 4. It's not a long one, 377 yards. There must be some trouble out there somewhere.
Well, not really if you keep your wits about you. Just position the tee shot. You don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3-wood's only going to leave a short iron. If you hit your 3-wood 250, 260 yards, do the maths, it's only 120 yards left. With that, with a scoring club, try and get that inside 10, 15 feet. Finish with a birdie.
But if you stray, then what?
Oh, no, we don't think of straying on this hole. This is the last hole. Got to finish well.
But I'm thinking about gators. Are there gators out there?
Well, there's gator on the menu.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt.
Oh, shit. It's a lot.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching 2 tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
And that wraps up the 3rd round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the BioWare Classic. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lauder alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Getting set to go at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the great state of Florida. Now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. It's 450. It's not overly long in today's standard, but still, that fairway widens up where the longer hitters will actually hit. And bunkers, once again, short of a green. So as long as you can fly that second shot to at least the front of the green, then they really do come into play.
Are you kidding me? Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Setting up for an approach shot here. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That's how you play the game. Right there. Stick it in close and then knock. Beautifully done. Nice birdie. Fourteenth hole here at the Wetlands. A dangerous par 3 comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. That's how you keep a round going, make them from that distance. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands. It's 590 yards.
Which is really a tempting yardage. A good tee shot, perhaps think of reaching the par 5 and 2. But this green well protected by 3 bunkers, 2 on the left side and 1 short right. But hey, fortune favors the brave. At least that's what I was told.
Well, that's a good drive right there. Got all of it.
Did you hear the sound? Second shot.
This one looks right on point. Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. 10-foot putt left. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Making our move to the home stretch, the 16th. It's a par 4 and a good one at 455 yards.
And chance to actually get a good run for the clubhouse because it's a fairly short coming in. A good drive here, find the putting surface, really start the roll right here.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. Should be safely on deck.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. Great shot. Get the birdie. '17th at the Wetlands, par 3, 238 yards. Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's a hole really that shapes up well for a nice little high draw. See the angle of the green pointing slightly to the right. A nice little draw into this par 3. And that'll find a nice avenue. Maybe a kick forward, 15, 20 feet left for birdie. And if you birdied 16, chance to birdie 17 as well.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
A good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
Well, this is it, Frank, the 18th hole. And on paper, it looks like you can get this one. You can make a birdie because it's only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even have to be a driver here. It's going to set you up really short iron wedge into this short par 4. And well, I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too, because a little walk to the clubhouse there on the left, maybe a hot dog or a hamburger.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in one. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus.
Just missed it.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. That's why you play the game, to stack up the wins. Great effort right there. This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Plenty going on here today. Let's see what's happening at the 14th. As we check in on this early round action, we join our featured golfer, already playing well to this point. Couple of low numbers on the scorecard.
Yeah, it looks very good. Good swings out there and some good putting as well.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
Moving into this second shot here at hole number 14. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Now sitting at 2 under par. Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right. He's gone for a little extra.
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it. Oh, huge. Huge with a capital H.
Busted that.
That club must have melted after that one.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. It's a nice birdie right there.
Could not have come at a better time. Third place now.
Par 5 16th is a slight dog-leg left at 600 yards. Just amazing what they're able to do with that golf swing. Hit it so far at that size. Not overly big, but man, can really move it a long ways. Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway. This is straight at it.
It's a really good line. Move. Putt for eagle coming up. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Once considered the best player at the college level, our featured golfer makes birdie, sitting comfortably inside the cut line. Now to the signature par 3. It only plays 168 yards from the tips, but the tee sits up high and the wind can blow, and a lot can happen here. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. And that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Excellent read for birdie to move to 5 under for the tournament. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long, water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's 3 groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. The one in the middle, it's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Six under par now. Frank, you surprised to see that name on top of the leaderboard?
I am surprised to see the name, but not that style of golf leading. It was great performance, especially tee to green. You don't often see people start that quickly.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today it's live second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Well, Frank, how about this hole? Par 5 11 at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. If you can hit it far enough down there, you can get close to this green. But if you do stray a little bit, all of a sudden, well, it's called eternity. You're going to find that this hole will play very long.
Oh, he loves that one. You can see it. This one is high, it is deep, and it is gone. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. This can be a cruel game at times. So the eagle goes begging, still has this for birdie. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. Now the par 4 12, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9 on, you're better with the wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. In the hole, and a birdie. Frank, this is no easy shot here at the par 3 13th.
Yeah, 13th hole. I mean, it's so appropriate, the number of the hole for this this design by Pete Dye. Wooden bulkheads, I mean, they give you sort of that harsh look. And this is just an absolute scorecard wrecker. You get a little cavalier here, you'll just rack up a number. There's nothing wrong with just hitting it to the right side of the screen, just taking it through.
Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
For birdie. He's made it. 14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really: poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live third round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Right about 200 yards to the flagstick from the tee here. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. Has it. That's birdie. Frank, this looks like a fun hole. The first par 5 of the day, 535-yard fifth.
Yeah, as long as you've got something that doesn't go left off the tee shot and doesn't go right off the second shot, you'll be fine.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Good contact, good result. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure.
Better go get your hat, then.
Well, that's the best that was going to be on the fringe.
Not too bad. Frank, chip shot here from just on the fringe. You like to hit this the way you would a putt?
Yeah, I normally take a club that's going to land just on the flat surface of the green, then run from there. Often people take too much loft.
And it makes the green in regulation. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, I love a par 3 where you have to hit one solid golf shot. Anything less, and you might pay a severe price. 255-yard par 3-6. What a hole.
No, you love watching somebody else play a par 3 like that.
You're right.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Good putt. Frank, the 7th is a short par 4, 346 yards. So I'm guessing it's a layup off the tee, but it might be a nervy layup because you have water on the right, and if you miss left, that's no bargain.
It's very distracting looking down the right side. I think that's the easiest way to put it. But if you can break this hole down, 346 yards. If you take 120 yards off that,
that ain't good. That ain't good.
So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Ooh, that green is
well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants to do over there.
Just a little tap in here. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot. You can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a free shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. TPC Stadium, of course, has played host to the Skins Game, PGA Club Professional Championship, the Liberty Mutual Legends of Golf on the Champions Tour. I always enjoyed that. And along with the Jack Nicklaus Tournament course right next door, the finals of the PGA Tour qualifying school for a number of years. You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
On the green in regulation. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.
I'm 5 above second.
This is EA Sports. EGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today, it's the final round of the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, if a player needs to make a big move at the close of the round, how could they get at this hole location and make a birdie? They call this turning home.
Yeah, I think that's where you have to be a little more aggressive off the tee shot. A drive of 280 yards can certainly take those two bunkers. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Oh, Huggy.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. That is a solid par putt. Par 5 16th is a slight dogleg left at 600 yards. That is just a beautiful shot. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Can't hide the flag stick from that.
It is just unbelievable that never deviated offline.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. What a tremendous display of golf this has been.
Certainly throwing an eagle against the field, so we've seen it all. Birdies, eagles, just blitzing the field from start to finish.
So, Frank, you arrive on the tee box. What are you thinking here as you look out at the hole they call Alcatraz? Par 3 17th at 168 yards.
Well, we've seen it all here, Rich, from that hole-in-one that Lee Trevino had in the Skins game all the way back in 1987 to people splashing away left, right, and center. No advice here. You can see what's in front of you.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
will make birdie if he holds this putt. That's how you keep a round going, make them from that distance. One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the 3 bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just a great putt and a great win. Well, Frank, hopefully the player has arrived here at 18 in a pretty good frame of mind. If not, you have to be thinking, oh, here we go again. Water left. I mean, you could shoot 100 out here on this golf course if you don't have your best stuff.
Yeah, this is another example of, you're right, if you've got the bad mojo going, this is not the hole you want to be playing. Water left, bunkers right. Somewhere in between, though, this fairway.
presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Set in the Sonoran Desert and surrounded by the majestic McDowell Mountains, we're at the stadium course at TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Loader alongside Frank Nobilo, set to bring you all the action for today's event. Frank, when you think about the TPC Scottsdale, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The golf course has been radically changed in 2014, but it still hasn't lost its luster. Really, it's just been updated like the game itself for these young, strong players of the modern era.
Our featured golfer making the turn. Let's pick up with the action at the 10th. Nothing noteworthy here in the first round, Frank, but still plenty of golf to be played.
That's right, Rich. A little bit of a dry spell, but really not a lot of damage done. I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That is classy.
Well, a chance of going in.
And getting ready for the putt. I'll tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college #1 makes another birdie. On to the par 4 11th hole. Frank, what's the best play here?
No bunkers really here to worry about, Rich, so you have to pick something in the distance as a good line. Something a little bit away from the water that protects the left side of this fairway. And it's adjacent to the 15th hole, the other par 5 coming home. So a good drive, perhaps with a little bit of cut off the tee. And that should shape up nicely for this long par 4.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Frank, how much does that birdie help the cause?
Well, it doesn't look like much right now, Rich, just sneaking inside the top 20. But at the end of the day, that might be the one that turned the tide.
Well, Frank, this is kind of the forgotten par 3 on the back 9 here at TPC Scottsdale. All of that attention on hole number 16. What do you think of the par 3 12?
This is by far tougher, Rich. Downhill tee shot, especially off that back tee. Bunkering down the left, sort of it catches your eye, but it also takes your eye off the water, which is behind and to the right of this green. Got to be careful. This is a real sleeper, this par 3.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. These putts keep the round together. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Par 5 13, chance for birdie or maybe even eagle if you're bold and brave enough. But also, Frank, chance for disaster here?
Well, there is. Water very much in play down the right side. There's a bunker down the left, too. If you finish up in that, there's no way you're going for this par 5 and 2. Then it becomes a little bit of a zigzag mission. The second shot either has to be hit down the right side, just skirting that bunker in the front, or it has to be all carry. Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one. Second shot.
Appears to be tracking well. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, that may have gotten the leader's attention. Into the top 10 with an eagle.
They had to have heard that roar.
Par 4 14th, and Frank, this hole packs a little punch, doesn't it?
Yeah, the addition of just a little bit more yardage, plus the bunker on the left has been a little extra. Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Just another solid shot, about 8 feet from the hole. Now a 7-footer. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Great scoring opportunity here at the par 5 15th, but Frank, I'm wondering, as a player, is your mind beginning to think about what's ahead at that par 3 16th hole?
Oh, they are. This is really the finishing stretch at TPC Scottsdale, where you get all these swing holes. 15 is a swing hole. 16, 17, and 18, where so many changes in the score can actually happen. But this one here is all about finding the fairway. A good drive down here will be well rewarded because you'll have a chance to reach this par 5 and 2.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round 1.
Good place to be. EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Simply put, there is nothing like it in the game of golf. It is by far the biggest spectator event in the sport. We're at TPC Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
Well, everybody wants to know about 16, the famed par 3 here, surrounded by those skyboxes. Once again, that'll be a topic of the day. But really, this is a regular sight for the PGA Tour. So those of you that were familiar with the golf course, it's now changed. 2014, the designers Morris and Weiskopf did a massive renovation.
Well over 100,000 fans every day, better than 500,000 for the week. It's a giant party mixed in with a heck of a tournament. And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole, this for birdie. Par yesterday, now for birdie.
A lip out's fine as long as it doesn't happen to you.
So they'll tap in. Has his par. This is a good hole, Frank, the par 4 8th.
Yet another dogleg left, Rich, on the front side. And it's a sharper dogleg now because they've put in 2 bunkers down the left side. It used to be a bailout area for the players in the past. You can't do that anymore. And I doubt anybody can fly it over that left one. It's nearly 330 yards to carry that in the air. Those 2 bunkers have forced the players to go out to the right, making that second shot a little bit longer now. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Safely on deck.
Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. Rounding out the front 9 with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. There is now 1. It also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right. But really, the best line is still down the left side. So it still actually suits a draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep too. So judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9.
Chance to get it close here. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball the opportunity.
What the hell?
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. They par yesterday, this one for birdie. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round. Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Welcome to the Stadium Course, TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. It's a masterful blend of challenge and playability designed by the team of Tom Weisskopf and Jay Morrish. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo for EA Sports.
The changes, Rich, they made in 2014 have just added a luster to this great venue that hosts the PGA Tour event each and every year. And it's a great test for any level of play.
Frank, where's the difficulty here on the 7th hole, the par 3 of more than 200 yards?
Well, Rich, front hole locations are always probably the toughest here because that's the narrowest part of the green. Bunkering really hasn't changed, and the green still does widen up, but the hole tends to play slightly uphill.
Well, this could be good. Wow.
Now, why does that always do that? Crush my
regulation.
brains.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Now here at the par 4-8, slight dogleg to the left, Frank.
And this dogleg's made more severe now by the addition of 2 bunkers. This was a bunkerless hole off the tee in years gone by, but those 2 bunkers certainly make this a sharper dogleg. And because it forces the player to go down the right side, adds length to the already long 475 yards.
Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
Oh.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Frank going for 2 in a row now. And he has it for birdie. Finishing out the front side now at the 9th. And Frank, what do you think of this par 4?
Nice way to finish the front 9, Rich. Very thin green, protected by that little splash bunker in the front. Iron players get a real advantage here.
Oops.
1 bunker down the right side
I held
to be
it too
aware
long.
of off the tee, though. I doubt anybody could carry that.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Good putt. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, when you look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those players to define that era. So you need competition. Competition is not without rivalry.
He's made it. There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all
Bill
said and
Nicholson.
done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller. EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage.
Here at the TPC Scottsdale in Arizona, and Frank, when so many people tune in to watch this great event, they think immediately of the 16th hole, with all of those fans jammed in. It's like Fenway Park inside the desert there, but it's much more than that little par 3, isn't it?
It certainly is more than that, Rich. The TPC Scottsdale is a great venue for a PGA Tour event. It's a blend of everything: birdie opportunities, holes that are fraught by water, bunkering that's been changed. All in all, it's a great atmosphere with nearly 500,000 people that visit this during the tournament week.
Now at the par 5 15th, and Frank, there is plenty to catch your eye. There's also quite a bit to catch your ear. You can hear the roars at the par 3 16th. So how do you focus on the task at hand?
Great question, Rich. You know, you realize you're about to enter the stadium part of the golf course, but this is the last par 5 that you're going to play. We've seen eagles here over the years. We've seen many a player hit it in the water off the tee or water short of the green. Certainly one of the tougher tee shots coming in. No bunkers here to worry about, just that huge lake to the left. Find the fairway. You might just find the green.
Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Couldn't have done much better than that.
That
Eagle is very possible.
Wow! That was almost an L shot.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Count that for eagle. Well, here we are at the 16th hole, looking at just over 160 yards. Doesn't seem all that daunting, Frank. But 160 yards with 20,000 people, horned into a little stadium in the desert, that makes it a different story.
It certainly is. This was one hole, too, where Tom Watson would send his caddy forward. He would stay back by 15. His caddy would get his yardage. Watson would simply walk on the tee. His caddy would give him the club. He would not go through his normal routine. He would simply just head away. It was one hole that he never wanted to think about. It might look simple, but it's what the player feels.
Doing what needs to be done. You need to make them from that distance. Frank, when you get to the 17th hole, we always recall maybe the single most bizarre shot in the history of golf.
Yeah, everybody talks about maybe a hole-in-one at 16, but really 17. And the player was Andrew McGee. It was a good tee shot, don't get me wrong. But Rich, it needed an assist.
Well, the assist came from
No!
Tom Byram.
Stop!
to his
Stop!
brother Kirk. Good news is,
Dang it!
was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Oh,
Third shot now after the
boy.
last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that got punished for.
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot.
Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.V. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything and went on to win, that completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side, but it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
Woo!
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Biggest crowds in all of golf. Big cut right here to win the Waste Management Phoenix Open. That has to feel so good. A big championship victory. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Frank, back in 1998, by any chance, do you remember exactly how many golf balls John Daly hit into the water at the 6th?
It was half a dozen. Half a box of golf balls. Well, when he goes after it like he is here, he just smokes it. Smoked that one.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Good looking shot right here. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Frank, the crowds are starting to stir because Jordan Spieth is making a move. He is only one shot back.
He hails from Texas, so you could say the sheriff is about to make his move.
Action continues at the 7th. Frank, I've really enjoyed watching our featured golfer to this point. Superb play through the early portion of the round. Now we get to this kind of middle section. Frank, what's the key to maintaining that momentum?
Well, not just maintaining, Rich. An opportunity here to turn good into a great round.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course.
Hey, did that hit a board?
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
That was a gunny swing.
Hazard.
Maybe wet. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
21-foot putt, set to go. Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today. Oh, he loves that one. You can see it. This one is high, it is deep, and it is gone. All right, partner, break down this approach shot here at the par 4 9th.
What you're looking at is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, Rich, so it gives you a chance to be perhaps a little more aggressive than what you would normally think on a par 4 that's just a little under 500 yards.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. This is a good move. Another birdie. Now to 5 under for the tournament. Back in Orlando, Florida at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge, getting set for the second 9. Frank, how do you get off to a good start?
Well, Rich, it's one of the shortest par 4s really at Bay Hill. 3 bunkers, but as long as you avoid those, it's a great birdie opportunity. That's an absolute beauty. This is a green light special.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. That will be a great look at birdie. These putts keep the round together. This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Its second round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We're at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, site of one of the PGA Tour's premier stops, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Always attracting a great field, and through the years it has been the scene of just some championship play from one guy in particular.
Tiger Woods has won there an incredible 8 times.
Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back 9, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
That's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Now to the 11th with water left, bunkers on the right. Frank, what's the key here?
Well, too often people just look at the scorecard and they go, well, it's over 400 yards, I have to hit driver. You don't have to hit driver at 11. Something in the fairway, just short of that second bunker. It sits up a 6 or a 7 iron.
Just pulverized that golf ball.
That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Now to the par 5 12th. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get a par 5 at Bay Hill, got to take advantage of it. Ball just took off the face.
That is an absolute seed. I mean, he just ripped a bullet down the fairway. Oh my goodness, 375 yards.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
What a shot right there. Beautifully done. Par 4 13th, Frank, you played it on a number of occasions. How do you attack this hole?
Really one of the shortest on the golf course, but this is a fool's paradise here. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
And it makes the green in regulation. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Might be. Could be. Oh, yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up.
Frank, as we come to the 14th of par 3, what's ahead for the players?
Once again, another tough par 3 coming up. Narrow at the front. It gets a little wider the further you go up this green.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Welcome to the King's Palace, Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge, Frank, right in the heart of Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, for so long it has been the showcase for Florida golf. Of course, the King's Palace, and it has produced many a great champion over the years.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Fourth hole is the first par 5 on the golf course, Frank.
Very scoreable. 2 bunkers down the left, the first of which takes 330 yards to get it past that.
Definite birdie hole, maybe even a chance for Eagle to really jumpstart the round. Wow, smoked that tee shot. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
This looks like it's going to find the target. Doesn't believe that too. I mean, could have hit the flag and down.
Albatross!
Straight in, amazing shot, and really deserves it.
Frank, now to the 5th. What's the strategy here at this shorter par 4?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker with a little trailing breeze. You might even get close to the green. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. Now to the 5th hole. And off the tee, Frank, how do these fairway bunkers sort of factor into your mindset as you prepare to tee off?
Well, if you watch the pros play on the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you'll see 2 different strategies here. Just an iron off the tee, give yourself a full shot in, or, well, if you're a longer hitter, take it over that bunker on the left.
Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 300. Frank, this is still a mind blower to me. Tiger won the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill 4 times in a row from 2000 to 03. You played the game at the highest level. How hard is that?
It's almost unimaginable to Rich because, you know, Bay Hill changes each and every year when they have the tournament. But there was always also the look of resignation of the other players. There's never really been a golf course that really suits Tiger Woods any better. He hits the ball a long way. He hits it high. Greens are firm and fast. It's just built for him. And not only has he won it 4 times in a row, it's 8 total now.
Frank, this is just an absolute bludgeoning right now. An eagle, and the lead widens. Breathing a sigh of relief. You made it through the par 5 without getting wet. Now you're at this par 3 7th, Frank.
You've got to guarantee a carry at least 7 or 8 yards onto the green because that's where that bunker is on that right. It cuts in 7 yards.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
He just missed the bunker. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. This is a good-looking shot. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it's a rather poor approach shot.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants to do over there.
And he's putting for par now. Frank, a par here, that's just fine. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We're at one of the premier stops on the PGA Tour in Orlando, Florida. It's the Bay Hill Club and Lodge, the house that Arnold Palmer built. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo for Golf Channel and EA Sports.
And Bay Hill, of course, the Arnold Palmer Invitational has been really the staple in the Florida swing on the PGA Tour.
Frank, I like a good par 3 over 200 yards, requiring that one good, clean strike. And here's a good case in point, 216 yards, all you want.
Yeah, bunk it at the back, bunk it to the left side, a little collection area to the right. So really, in the end, you've got one choice. That's hit your best.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Settles in over the putt. This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Frank, the 15th, kind of a fun golf hole if you can curve your ball. I mean, that's a huge dogleg to the right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much easier if you're a right-hander if you cut it down here. If you don't cut it, then make sure you don't run out down that left side. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Frank, such an advantage when you can hit that far.
It's not fair.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Shouldn't be a problem here. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Back on the tee here at the 16th, it's a par 5, bunkers, water all along this hole. Doesn't look to be a gimme par 5.
Now, you've got to have your wits about you. If you just look at the yardage, you'll think it's the easiest par 5 on the golf course. And then, before you know it, it's got you.
Just pulverized that golf ball. Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
So this is his 4th shot after the last one found the water.
Yeah, it's not all over, but right now, too, he's staring down the barrel of a very bad hole.
Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Always like this par 3, Frank. Par 3 17th. Let me amend that. I like watching the best in the world play it because it can be daunting, especially with the pressure ratcheted up.
When they have the tournament on, this green is brick hard. A little bit downhill. That's about the only advantage you get.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Getting set now over the putt. Count that for a birdie. Frank, this is a stout finishing hole, the 18th, isn't it?
Yeah, it finishes that great run of 16, 17, and 18, and so many times we've seen disaster and triumph just on those final 3 holes.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
To win the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just a fantastic week of golf. Add that one to the win count.
A lot of great quality players out there, and to come on top of that leaderboard is truly a great accomplishment.
Alright, that'll be it for today.